The man never imagined that his own shopping list could actually drive away evil spirits. Even the wooden nameplates he carved only needed to be hung at the entrance to instantly form a powerful barrier. It turned out that ever since Jack was 6 or 7, he had been able to see things others couldn't. The first time he saw a Zashikiwarashi, he was nearly scared to death. Fortunately, with his grandfather's patient comfort and explanation, he gradually accepted this reality. And when he grew up, he somehow became the caretaker of a mansion inhabited by evil spirits. At first, he thought he was just seeing things, until the moment the sticky note touched the front door. The surrounding evil spirits were instantly driven away, and the pattern on the paper faded immediately. Right at that moment, a strange gust of wind suddenly blew the paper away, dropping it precisely where the evil spirits were gathered. As the pattern on the paper completely vanished, the mountain god that had been sealed away was freed. Meanwhile, on Jack's side, after his careful cleaning, the mansion had become spotless, but while tidying up, he noticed a bouquet of flowers in the yard. It was a gift of gratitude from the mountain god, and the yard that had been overgrown with weeds was transformed with the gardener's help. Unexpectedly, while the two were chatting, an evil spirit attached itself to the gardener, causing sudden pain in his shoulder. At that moment, a gust of wind blew a sticky note onto him. The instant the evil spirit was expelled, the gardener felt a wave of relief. The arm that had struggled to even lift up could now swing around 60 or 70 times with no issue. Jack also noticed that the writing on the sticky note had faded again, and some mugwort had mysteriously appeared nearby. This left him completely puzzled, until he woke up the next morning. There were more berries outside the yard. Jack finally started to piece things together, because when he was a child, the Zashikiwarashi often brought him gifts too, so he went out to buy some sake and snacks, planning to use them as offerings. And right then, the mountain god, drawn by the smell, appeared on the wall. At first, Jack was a bit shocked, but after the mountain god explained, he learned that this was actually the deity of the neighboring mountain. Then, under Jack's warm invitation, the mountain god stayed to enjoy the food. The assorted dishes were a bit greasy, but they tasted pretty good. Since his power hadn't fully recovered yet, he couldn't drink alcohol for the time being, so Jack poured him a bottle of mineral water instead. After taking a couple of sips, the mountain god was pleasantly surprised. The water was no worse than mountain spring water. He then thanked Jack again, because if Jack hadn't driven away the evil spirits in the area while he was weakened, he might not have awakened so soon. Hearing this, Jack finally understood that his writing could expel evil. That's why the writing kept fading. Seeing the bowl of water empty, Jack poured another 6 or 7 bottles. At this point, Jack was very confused about why his writing had such power. Although the mountain god didn't know either, he still asked whether anyone had ever praised his handwriting. Jack immediately recalled something from his childhood. His extracurricular assignment back then happened to be making a nameplate, which he hung at his family's hot spring inn. One day, a guest not only praised his work, but suggested he make another one to hang at home. The guest even paid Jack to make one for him. After that, making nameplates became his hobby. He even casually made one for this mansion. Hearing this, the mountain god told him to hang it up and see. The moment the nameplate was hung, the entire mansion was enveloped by a massive barrier. With that, evil spirits could no longer approach. The mountain god said Jack's power was extremely rare. If he trained it, he should be able to gain even greater strength. In the days that followed, the mountain god came every day to eat snacks, and thanks to Jack's offerings, his power gradually returned. Learning that worship was the key to his recovery, Jack pressed his palms together and bowed to him. The next second, the mountain god's glow became even brighter. Meanwhile, inside an abandoned factory somewhere else, an Onmyoji was performing an exorcism. While he drove out 6 or 7 evil spirits, his companion failed to stop another, much stronger one. This allowed it to escape outside the factory. Seeing this, the Onmyoji immediately climbed out the window to chase it, but unexpectedly, Jack happened to be passing by. Just as the Onmyoji explained that things were bad, the evil spirit was instantly killed right in front of him. When he stepped forward to check what happened, he saw Jack complaining that his shopping list had disappeared again, because he still hadn't bought the last item on the list. What made it even more absurd was that, based on Jack's strange description, the Onmyoji could accurately guess what it was. He even told Jack where he could buy it. Even after Jack thanked him and left, he still couldn't figure out how the evil spirit had died. Early the next morning, the mountain god felt that something was missing in the yard, so he used his divine power to remodel it. When Jack woke up, he saw a completely transformed garden, and because the mountain god had used his power, he had shrunk and looked extremely cute. But over the next few days, the mountain god didn't show up again. This made Jack a bit worried, but at that moment, an even softer, cuter version of the mountain god suddenly appeared, with 3 martins behind him. Just as Jack was shocked that the mountain god could have children, the mountain god explained that the 3 little ones were his familiars, and were also avatars he had created. That's why he himself had become so small. Seeing how adorable the 3 little ones were, Jack immediately took out some cake to feed them. 6 or 7 minutes later, the 3 little ones fell asleep on the spot, and because the mountain god had eaten enough sweets, he returned to his original form. At that moment, his ears twitched, and he warned Jack that someone was coming. The visitor turned out to be the Onmyoji from last time. While he stood speechless, shocked by the barrier, Jack happened to open the door. After introductions, the Onmyoji said he still vividly remembered Jack instantly killing the evil spirit last time, and recently, there had been too many troublesome evil spirits, making it hard for them to keep up, so he wanted to buy some talismans from Jack. Just as Jack stood there confused, the mountain god reminded him that he meant the shopping list, but John didn't notice the mountain god at all, because aside from Jack, no one else could see him. When John learned that the evil spirit last time was driven away by a shopping list, he was internally screaming at how ridiculous that was. Watching Jack get ready to write, his curiosity was instantly piqued.
いきます。黒糖まんじゅう、栗まんじゅう、きびだんご、草だんご。 大丈夫ですか?
As his emotions gradually settled down, he finally looked at Jack's shopping list, and he immediately exclaimed in shock. He never expected that an ordinary snack list could possess such powerful force, and Jack felt tired from using his power. After John put the sticky note away, he handed all his cash to Jack. Seeing this, Jack hurriedly refused. After all, the paper itself wasn't even worth $1, but the other party insisted on paying. The two of them kept pushing the money back and forth. In the end, under the mountain god's persuasion, Jack had no choice but to accept it, but he still felt guilty inside, so he took out a marker and drew a pentagram on the back of John's hand. The power it contained was no less than the shopping list, possibly even more. Right at that moment, John's partner called asking for backup, because they had encountered a powerful evil spirit.
無茶するな。こいつらいくらお前さんでも一人で払えるサイズじゃ。